Well, damn. So here we are, whiskey bonded, whiskey Wednesdays, and man, have I got some stuff to cover this week. We've got some single barrel news dropping in just a few days. I got a cool little envelope here. I just want to show you. And mostly, I want to make sure that I'm answering questions about what we got going on, what's coming up, and make sure that you guys are all prepared for this weekend's big drop. We're actually dropping 3 bottles. And I got some news today about some other things that will be coming shortly. All right, let me get myself all situated here. Okay, there we go. Listen, I gotta get the chat going, you guys. I just went in there hard, just jumped into the pool without even checking if I was wearing my swimsuit there. Let's pop out the old chat ski. Okay, well, listen, running a little bit late today. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. Real life it still interferes for now. Not gonna interfere forever. Put this bad boy back. All right. It makes me kind of crazy because the dang YouTube live thing doesn't give me an idea of whether I'm actually on or not. I can see your guys' chat, and I'm assuming that if I wasn't live and you guys weren't seeing me right now, the chat wouldn't make any sense. Or anyway, so I want to tell you guys something. I'm gonna show you guys a little something here. I got. Let me get myself situated here. You guys, I'm totally, as I always do, a wing in this bitch. I would assume that you guys have come to expect no less from me. Anybody else get one of these? I think this is freaking cool. I just wanted to show you guys real quick, and then we're going to dig into the 3 bottles that we're dropping this weekend and get your guys' questions about what's happening. Will you take that light, turn that light off there? The overhead one? Oh, it is because I didn't turn on the blue lights behind me. Whatever. This is what happens. Turn it back on. Is it better? Worse? Are we playing with the lighting? Middle one. Middle one. Studio looks pretty dark tonight. Yeah, because I don't have the blue lights on. Oh, no. There you go. Just turn that back on. That's fine. There. Now it's lit up more. No, the blue lights are behind me and they're on a remote control. Sorry. Okay, so listen, I don't know if you guys got these or not, but didn't you guys get these? It does look better with what lights on? What are you guys talking about? I got so much light in here. It's so much lighting here. Check this one out. Boom. This is like the daylight without the fancy blue lighting. No, yeah, blue light special, not red light special. So Kmart red light special. How about this? On. We're just gonna light this motherfucker right now. You see, the problem is if I try to turn the blue lights on, some of them will come on and some of them won't come on. We're not gonna mess with the blue lights. It's fine. You guys listen. It's focus. Focus up. You guys are distracting me. I don't know if you guys get these things from Maker's Mark or if it's because I'm an ambassador. I know that these are free, and I think I did post this. So if you didn't see the post, that's on you. But what they do is they give you these really cool gifts, the personalized bottle labels. Yeah, didn't know what the show was about tonight. You guys didn't. I didn't. Look, let's address this. I didn't do the thumbnail tonight. I know you guys like the thumbnail, and I will make a thumbnail for the replay of this live. But I was busy this morning. And when those thumbnails, I got to do them in the morning, think about what I'm going to do. And for me to plan ahead a whole day in advance, that's a lot to ask. There's a lot to ask. But you guys listen. Big things coming. Big things coming for 2026. The show is about lighting. That's what it's going to be about. It's lighting tonight. Okay, look, I want to show you guys this. Look. The whiskey bonded, and turn it at an angle. The custom Maker's Mark label. Are you guys getting these? I've got a bunch of these now. That just have specially created for on them. I've got some Elijah Craig ones. I got some Maker's Mark ones. If you guys are not on the mailing list for these different companies, this doesn't cost anything. They just do it for you. I'm actually might actually put this on a bottle. I don't know. I put them on bottles for the first couple of years I was doing these, and then I started to just put them away just for fun, and maybe someday when I have a much bigger bar area, I will put these all out. But yeah, you guys, if you're not on the mailing list, Elijah Craig does them. So Heaven Hill, Makers does them all the time. If you're not a Maker's Mark ambassador, you should be a Maker's Mark ambassador. They do some cool stuff. They do invite you some things. We've actually been to a party that was for Maker's Mark ambassadors. That was kind of cool. What's up, Rick? Rick's House of Bourbon H2X. Did you get them because I'm an influential influencer? I did not, sir. I'm just a regular Joe ambassador. I'm pretty sure I reposted this for some of you guys, that link, because you can just go on and do it. It may still be available. You guys just search Maker's Mark custom label. That still may be available. I think it's a Christmas thing, so you may still be able to get into it. Maker's Mark sock, a deck of cards, cool puzzle, cool ornament, but now just labels. Well, anyway, let's look at the bright side. Hopefully you guys caught my video of me doing the initial review of Tanyard Hill. If you're a patron, you can see that I did the initial review of Jack Daniel's Tanyard Hill Rye to try and answer the question of whether Sagamore 10 is Rye of the Year or not. I don't want to spoil it. If you're not a patron, shame on you. Go over to the Patreon and check out that video. You guys, for 2026, going to be a lot more Patreon content. And spoiler alert, we are working on trying to peel off the barrel picks and maybe do some sort of half and half. We want to keep the cost down for you guys, but we're going to have to take the barrel picks off of Patreon somewhat. Because I don't know if you guys heard about Bourbon Hunter, and I was supposed to have a conversation with him today by phone, but I did not get a chance to call him because, like I said, it was a busy day. What's up, Chef Chris? But I talked to TJ also over at Bruzel, and it seems that Patreon does not like us doing barrel picks on Patreon. And because we're going to be relying on the support of the Patreon community in 2026, I have to be very careful that I don't get biggity booted off of that. What's up, Burbo? As Bourbon Hunter did. So you guys will see a Whiskey Bonded Picks website and some changes to the way that we're doing our picks. Now, if you're a patron, don't cancel your Patreon. I am going to be sending out an email to you guys to let you know what's going on. So you're going to have to make sure you're watching your emails. I'm going to send out links and passwords and all that stuff. By tier, as always, I posted in the Patreon today the schedule for when to expect your emails based on your tier. So you guys, I'm sure you guys are all paying attention. What's up, Mr. Burson? Of what we're dropping this weekend. And I have some other news about what might be in the next drop. I got an email today about that too. Yes, Rick. Rick, watch your email, Rick. I'm going to have to send Rick a text when the email goes out. I might have to call him. Yeah. Yes, I'm yelling. Why are you yelling? What's up, Steve? Steve's excited. Rick can't log into his email. Rick, are you serious? I don't know how we're supposed to get a hold of Rick. I think we just have to call him. I'm just going to call him and tell him this is your call. Get one of those auto dialers, and we'll just call Rick's house. Okay, so here's what we got going on, you guys. This weekend, starting on Friday, and then going through the weekend, I am hoping that none of this stuff makes it past the Patreon, because I really want to get to that point, you guys. We are knocking on the door of 1,000 patrons, which is crazy to me, y'all. Crazy to me. It's really, really humbling. I appreciate you guys so much. I know a lot of you guys that are watching this right now are patrons. If you're not a patron, it's okay. Go over there to the Patreon and join for free. It's for free. But starting on Friday, you guys are going to get emails to your email inbox for the Old Commonwealth Kentucky Nectar. Thanks to Barrel Aged Whiskey Society. That is a weeded whiskey finished in honey casks. I haven't had one. A lot of the guys haven't had one, but I've heard really good things, and there are a lot of people very excited about this because apparently it is very difficult to get a Kentucky Nectar on the Old Commonwealth website drop. So they drop them on the website, and they sell out very quickly because the drops are so small. This should give you a pretty good chance, based on the number of bottles that we have, it should give you a pretty good chance to be able to get your hands on one of those if you want. Those are $99. We are also dropping, finally, Steve, listen up. We are finally dropping the Old Louisville Colombian. The Colombian Oak Old Louisville 10-year-old. You guys, if you didn't see my video today, watch the video that I posted today. That Colombian Oak is a very unusual thing. If you're in the Discord, you saw the picture. I posted a picture of the barrel. It looks like it was off of a pirate ship. It's rusty and it's old. Yeah, you guys please hit the likes. You're getting yelled at by Michael. Say hello to my little friend. You guys, the Colombian is such a cool story. I mean, back 10 years ago, 2015, when they had to go looking for barrels because of the shortage, and I know you guys watched the video. You better watch the video. I hope you watched the video. I did a little bit of work on that one. Those little pop-ins, as my wife likes to call them, did a little research. Back in 2015, because of an economic slowdown prior to that, mosquito. You guys, one of the things I hate in this world more than anything else is mosquitoes, just for the record. If I stop the live stream to kill that mosquito, you're just going to have to excuse me. It's my nemesis. Like the S's in cask. In 2015, that guy's the last. Sorry, Jesus. Squirrel. Mosquitoes are like my squirrel. Ask my wife. I'll get out of bed in the middle of the night, turn all the lights on to try and hunt down a mosquito that's in the bedroom. I hate them. One of the downsides of thinking about moving to another state, because they're not even that bad here. People in Texas are like, what are you complaining about? If you couldn't hear the mosquito over the microphone where I'm watching from, it wasn't that bad. Burbo asked, did we taste when we did the double oaked pick, or was it another? There should have been, you guys should have tasted the Colombian oak when we were there. But it's older, and this is a unique barrel because it's low proof. Back to the story. In 2015, this is the third time I've started the story. In 2015, MGP was experiencing a barrel shortage because prior to that, there had been an economic slowdown, and they slowed down stave production, and they slowed down harvesting, and they slowed down all these things. And once you try to ramp these things up, it takes a little bit of time. So in 2015, they're producing all this whiskey because they've got the grain orders have been coming for a while, so they don't just shut this off. They've got all this stuff forecasted. The grain's coming in. They ordered it from the farmers. You can't just let it rot, so you have to make the whiskey. Well, what happens when you make the whiskey and you don't have any barrels? You got to find some barrels to put the damn whiskey in. So they started getting a little creative and stretching out. And one of the things that they did was bought barrels from South America, including these Colombian oaks. The Colombian oak is really hard to work with. It's very porous. It's very finicky. It leaks. Okay? Because of that, this whiskey sat in these barrels for 10 years. It's not finished. It sat in that Colombian oak for 10 years. As it leaked, the yield is extremely low. It's only about 100 bottles. And the barrel we got actually proofed down to under 100, which I think is really, really cool. 98.14 proof. So right at 100 proof after 10 years of sitting in this Columbia oak barrel. And I think I'm really happy about this whiskey because it is delicious, but more specifically, it is extremely unique in its tasting experience. There's a lot of notes on here that you're not going to get in a... You guys have all had a 21% rye MGP. You guys have probably all had a 21% rye 10-year-old MGP. You're not going to expect this. And it's a really cool part of the story of the history of whiskey in that moment in time when they did something that they never did before and will probably never do again. And you got a whiskey that now exists because of that unique set of circumstances. And I think that's really, really cool. Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot to shut off the monetizing again. Is that a face in the window? You probably. I don't care about that. If mosquitoes, I'll lose my shit. Evil Jinn outside the window, don't care. Don't care about that. So... that bottle from Old Louisville is going to be $125. Same price as a regular 10-year barrel. I decided not to jack it up. I could. We had the conversation about asking more for the bottle, but I'm really kind of hoping that everybody that buys the bottle for, if you want to have one just to hang on to it, I totally understand. But for the tasting experience, and I need to order a second one because I've drank and sampled through half mine already. That's the only one that's not in the warehouse in the whole world right now, to my knowledge. But I wanted to bring you guys, this is the kind of thing I want to bring to you guys because it is so freaking cool to share. I don't need to make an extra $5 or $10 or $15 a bottle. So it's a regular price. It's the same price as the regular old Louisville 10-year. I did want to ask you guys, we do want to move some old Louisville stuff. So I wanted to get a survey from you guys here. I'm just going to put this, in the poll. I'm going to put a question in the poll specifically regarding the Old Louisville. Oh, it's just going to be a yes or no. Please be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. As it pertains to the drop that we've got this weekend, if I put a promotion on, would you buy 3 bottles, not of this Old Louisville, just of any Old Louisville, if it meant that you got free shipping? So that means you're going to buy whatever you're going to buy. You're going to buy the other single barrel that we haven't talked about yet. You're going to buy an old Commonwealth that can't combine shipping. Bad example. So maybe you're going to just buy the Old Louisville, but you wanted to buy 2 Old Louisvilles, and you're going to buy a 3rd Old Louisville, but I got the maple, I got a wheated, I got another 10-year. So we've got some Old Louisville stuff in there. You guys, please, be honest about this. I want to know if this is something that's going to be, if it's going to be advantageous, because I don't want to make you guys, I don't care. I'm not interested in upsells. I'm not interested in trying to get you to buy more stuff by giving you promotion. I'm just trying to see if it would make a difference for something that maybe you were thinking about buying and maybe would buy if we promoted it that way. It's not like you'd have to buy it that way. So the 30% of you that are voting no, you wouldn't have to buy the 3-barrel bottles. I was just wondering if that would be something that would tempt you. Hey, I was going to buy 1 bottle of Old Louisville, but I would go to 3 if shipping was free. And then I'll throw my other single barrel or whatever in there. So it's like some of you would. I'll think about that. The details, if we decide to do that, will be in the email that I'll send out. Also, I'm going to drop a little special something in that email. Steve's going to be mad about it. But I'm sorry, Steve. I just think it's kind of cool, and we're going to do it. That's all I'm going to say about it. There's going to be a couple of bottles in there that I'm going to drop into that email also, that we're going to drop just random bottles with the email. And maybe a little promotion with free shipping. We'll see. We will see. I want to do some cool shit. If you save $20 to spend $200 more, sure. Yeah, you guys, that's the thing. Is it's like, not interested in upsells. Y'all, because listen, in 2026, we're going to be relying on the store and the Patreon to survive, basically. But we're not going to take away from the experience. The reason that I do this first and foremost is because, one, I'm a whiskey lover. You guys are whiskey lovers. We want to bring value to the community. And honestly, if I promote with everything that we do, you guys are just going to get tired of it, and I'm not going to get rich. So we're not going to do that. Bundles, bundles, bundles. That's the theme of 2026. Just kidding. So the third single barrel. Yeah, you guys, we're trying, man. We're out here trying. The 3rd single barrel. I gotta turn this up. Y'all can't see my forehead so big. Can't see it inside. It's not in the frame. The 3rd one that we're doing is, and I don't have the one that. There it is. Okay. The 3rd single barrel that we're doing this weekend, you guys, if you're not paying attention, it's funny because we've got a Barrel-Aged Whiskey Society Old Commonwealth. We've got the Whiskey Bonded Old Louisville, and we have a Kitsap Whiskey Society Westward whiskey, but it is a super special Westward whiskey bottle. It is a hazmat, the first ever 140 proof Westward release ever. Like literally, you guys, Westward whiskey, Westward American single malt whiskey out of Portland has never, ever, ever released anything that is 140 proof or more. And I know that hazmat is a little bit of hype and a little bit of reality, but I can tell you that these picks that Colby did in the 130, 133, 135 range are absolutely killer. For John Love Miles, which is the one I have in my hand, and Best of the Briefcase, which is actually right here. Boop, boop, boop. So these are both under 130. Incredible bottles of single malt whiskey, you guys. Here, whoop. Sorry, look at this. I didn't prepare. You guys see that? See what I did there? Booyah! They're not lit up very well. Yeah. Does it drink like a hazmat? Okay, so listen. Let me tell you something that are different about these, you guys. You guys, these Westward whiskey single malts that Colby picks out in the cask strength are so freaking big on flavor. I mean, they are so flavorful. I love these bottles, and you can see how little is drank out of each one of them because you only have to drink a tiny bit. These bottles are part of what the inspiration was for the Burns Dram whiskey bonded tasting glasses that we sold out of. Thank you, by the way. In being able to pour a smaller amount to taste, because I'm telling you, a half ounce of this is you can sip on it for a minute. They're so strong. It's not heat though. They don't drink hot, but they drink big. I didn't have time to set up the bottle cam, Rick. I was running late today. Okay. I will just tell you this. Colby has decided to price that bottle stupid cheap, in my opinion. It's $115, which again is the same price as the other single barrels, as a non-hazmat single barrels. The yield on that barrel is a little higher, so that shouldn't be a problem. I shouldn't be a problem getting hands on those, but I will warn you that both the 4 John Love Miles and the Best of the Briefcase did sell out fairly quickly. They weren't like 1 hour. So I expect they'll make it through the weekend. I expect that there's going to be some left for the free level patron of the Westward and the Old Commonwealth. I don't think the Old Louisville is going to make it that far. I think that it'll make it down to Bonders. I think all of the paid tiers should be able to get access to it. I believe, I hope. Because you guys, even though we have 1,000 patrons, we do not have 1,000 paid patrons. At the normal uptake rate, it should make it to all paid patrons. What's up, Knish? But the other one should make it to free patrons, I believe. I hope so. Yeah, you guys, if you like single malts, American single malts, if you like Westward, definitely. But that one's going to be worth picking up. If you're like Rick and don't like single malts, I don't know what to tell you. I'll tell you. I think these are delicious, and I think you're missing out for sure. And Burbo does bring up a point. Oh, gee, damn. Burbo brings up a point. Colby does know. Listen, Colby sometimes is to make some questionable decisions. Tap, no need to defend him. We know it's true. He's out there sometimes. But the man knows, he knows single malts, and he knows Westward. I mean, it took a lot of relationship building and time and doing to get them to give him that. So it looks like 60% of you said that you would be interested if we did that kind of a bonus. So we're no promises. See, Kanish, you missed it. We were just talking about an option for maybe doing some free shipping. We'll see. I got to do the math on it. Because I can't give you free shipping if the bottle purchases don't cover it. And you guys know we operate on some pretty small margins. Single malts are tough. Yeah, man. So, Lunatic, I appreciate that you trust my judgment. Anybody that knows Westward is absolutely going to love that bottle. I promise. I guarantee it. I'll buy it from you if you don't love it. If you're not sure about single malts, it is a big, bold bottle of whiskey. I mean, I've actually made the comment a couple times that I don't know that there are many bottles in my collection that have more flavor. If you want to talk about level of flavor, out of 100, 100 being the most flavorful in my collection and 0 being the least, this is in the mid 90s. I mean, these things have got a crap load of flavor. What's up, Kit Sap? There he is right there. We were just talking about. I mean, you missed it. I've been talking on you. Now we're moving on. Now that Colby's here, we're not going to talk about that no more. You missed it, Colby. You missed it. We were talking about it. I actually got Colby. I actually have a Best of the Briefcase and a 4 John Love Miles. And, you know what's funny is somehow a Best of the Briefcase. Colby, you tell me which one of those you like better, by the way, since you're in here. Somehow a Best of the Briefcase ended up, after it was sold out, long after it ended up being sold out, showed back up in the warehouse, was listed. And Sean, who I don't think is here, who helped pick the Joseph Magnus, actually bought it. I thought that was kind of cool. Single malts are great. I do have something, though, that may end up being a... Here, I'm going to tease Colby real quick. Colby? Conrad, thanks for keeping my 4 John warm. You know, it's funny that you should bring that up because... I don't know. Colby maybe can confirm this. I may have... the only unopened bottle of 4 John Love Miles. This may be the only one. I don't know. Colby, do you still have one? Yeah, I may have to make this some sort of a if you're good, because I haven't opened it. I love this bottle, but based on the pace at which I'm drinking the other one, it's gonna take a lifetime for me to get through this. I have 2 for my daughter's wedding. Okay, so there are 3. There are 3 unopened bottles in the whole world, probably. Pre-order Haystack. Says Haystack going into the bottom bottle shop. Yes. Okay, you guys, do me a favor. 4 John Love Miles for sentimental and more powerful. Best of the Briefcase is more balanced. I could probably agree with that. I like the 4 John. It's a hell of a bottle of whiskey. So let's address the Haystack real quick. You guys, I don't like doing pre-orders. Our retail partners are trying to encourage me to do pre-orders. I don't like them because, listen, y'all are some impatient mother. Okay? I can tell you it's going to be a week. It'll be a week. I'm still going to get messages on 5 days, for 5 days. So, like the Old Louisville, Which haystack, Kanish? Like the old Louisville, like the old Commonwealth, like the Westward, they're ready to go. They're not pre sales. They're in warehouse, ready to ship the second you guys start buying them. Okay. The haystack that we're talking about is our Louis. Where are they? No, our haystack. I actually have here. Again, I can't stand up. I'm not wearing pants. Just kidding. Our whiskey bonded at Redwood Empire single barrel haystack that we picked, Knish. And it's okay, lunatic. I'm as impatient as any of you. We picked this at Redwood Empire. You guys, I don't know if you remember or not, but I was at the very first Redwood Empire haystack single barrel pick ever with a group of retailers and restaurants here in town. Thanks to Jason at Lock Barrel, I got to go along. Really cool experience. We did it in the old location. This year we got our own. And I really want to say thank you to Elliot and Eric and Lauren and Jeff for that happening. I appreciate the return on all the love that we've shown over the years for Redwood Empire and being able to do one of these. The one that we picked is an 8-year. It's the 51-44 2.5. So it's a 51% corn, 44% rye. It is similar to the Devil's Tower. It's a little different. And last year they just did 5%. This one, malted barley. This year they split it up to 2.5 malted barley and 2.5 wheat. This is a delicious bottle. This is going to be a sentimental favorite for me. Very much that Redwood Empire 4-grain. I love the rye content in this because I love the way that Lauren does rye. That's the sample bottle, but that one is coming, you guys. That's coming. I've actually been told that it's kind of close. I don't know if this one's going to get into the next drop or not. I will tell you what I think the next drop is going to be. If you guys would like to know what the next drop, I think the next drop is going to be. If you want to know. And somebody did mention a 14. I've got a haystack, or you said 15. I got a haystack 14 up there that's never opened. That one I just got because I wanted one of the old bottles for my collection of Redwood Empire stuff that I have. You guys, it's a cool bottle. It's a delicious distillate, and we're gonna try and keep the price on that reasonable too. I'm hopefully going to be one of the lower price ones, unless that damn high proof. Those mother. You know who you are. I hope he's watching. So, what do I think the next drop is going to be? Can I give you a little tease, y'all? A little tease, and we're gonna have to keep this live short tonight because my voice is gonna go out. Long day. So you guys got this drop, right? You understand. Old Commonwealth from Barrel Aged Whiskey Society, Kentucky Nectar. Going to be a weeded mash bill, honey barrel finish. That is not combinable for shipping. That's the only trick to that one, but that's $99. Can't combine it with shipping. It's coming out of Texas. Everything else is out of California. Westward Whiskey, first ever hazmat single malt, 115. And the Old Louisville Columbian Oak 10-year-old, 125. And I will work on a promo for you guys, okay? I'll work on a promo, I promise. We'll do something. And a couple of mystery bottles. I didn't get full barrels, but I got a few cases of a couple of really cool things, including another hazmat that I will drop and tell you about only in the emails that I'll be sending out to patrons, even free patrons. So if you're watching this, you're not a free patron, join free patron. A Whiskey Bonded Patreon. Just search Patreon, Whiskey Bonded, or Whiskey Bonded Patreon, or hey, what's that whiskey guy that has the Patreon? Okay, bundle deals. Believe it or not, I'm thinking about a bundle deal. I'm sorry. Bundles. I'm not going to require the bundles, though, so I guess it's not a true bundle. I think a true bundle requires a bundle, right? I'm not going to require a bundle. I'm just working on... You guys, I've had the Old Louisville for a minute. I was waiting on the Old Louisville release to get another bottle in that I could drop with it because I know you guys get crushed on these shipping. Our shipping is cheap, y'all. $18 for up to 12 bottles, 49 states. It's as good as it gets. Almost as good as it gets. It's good. But I know that it's a lot less painful if you guys aren't buying one bottle $18. One bottle $18. It's, 2 bottles $18, 3 bottles $18. So if it's 3 bottles and that's only $6 a bottle, that's cheap ass shipping. Okay? Kanish, bundle deals. Okay, Kanish one up to Colby. He had to one up you and put an extra question mark on his bundle deals. I think he got you, man. Kanish for the win on that one. So what is the next single barrel drop going to be? It looks like the next single barrel drop should include our chicken cock. I think it will be the Frey Ranch. And or the Joseph Magnus, and or maybe the Redwood Empire. I'd be cool to be able to drop off 4. Is that too many, you guys? Is that too many bottles to drop at once? What's the right number of bottles to drop at once? Uh-oh. I feel another Chevy coming on. I don't know why I like this pull right now. What? Okay, listen, I can't misspell this. I can. I'm going to do this real quick. Okay. 1, 2. We're going to add the options. 3. Right? 4 plus. That's the options are going to be right there. Boom. Start the poll. Okay, you guys click the poll in the comment section. What is the right number of bottles to drop at once? So if I'm going to do a bottle drop, is it better to do 1 bottle at a time, 2 bottles at a time, 3 bottles at a time, or 4 or more? Right? Okay, you guys put it in there. I'm curious to know because I know that. Okay, as far as price goes, because the price, Joyce just asked about the price. The price of all of our picks are going to come in around that 100 to 125. I think the Magnus might be more. I'm waiting. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what to pick. I don't know what the price of the pick is going to be really until I get it, because these things change constantly and everybody's trying to get their piece of the pie. So they can change, but I'm trying not to get too many expensive bottles. One of those surprise bottles is kind of expensive, but I only got a few. You'll see in the email. And I do have some picks coming that are going to be a little less expensive for Bond and Bottle Shop picks. We still got a Heaven Hill bottle of Bond 7-year coming at some point, and a Green River Weeded Cast Strength coming at some point. So we got some bottles coming that are less expensive. But unfortunately, a lot of the good single barrels seem to still be running right around that $100 mark. So everybody's saying 3, 2, 3. Okay. So we're not mad at the 2 this time, but we wouldn't be mad at a 3 next time. I hate to drop 4 at a time. Ideally, I was thinking we'd drop 3 at a time, just because that does make it $6 shipping. I know that makes for a big ass bill. I don't want you guys to miss out, but the problem is I'd have to space them out. If I was making the assumption that we do 2 at a time to keep the cost down, then I would assume, well, then we got to wait a pay period at least. So I got to wait at least 2 or 3 weeks. And sometimes it's hard to space them out. I mean, if I get 4 or 5 barrels all kind of land in the same 2-week period of time, I can't wait too long. Other Patreons drop 3 or 5 at a time so people can combine for shipping. Personally, though, I need to spread out the purchase because I can't buy 3 to 6 bottles at a time, which sucks. 1 or 2 is good. See, that's kind of my thought there, Wombat. That's kind of my thought. For me, the more you drop, the more my bank account suffers because I will have no willpower. Boy, I feel that, Kevin. However, the more you drop at a time could make it more beneficial for lower tier patrons. Yeah, boy, it's always a mix, you guys. Like this time, we're going to try out not putting any kind of purchase limits on any of the bottles. I got Barrel Age Whiskey Society and Colby to agree to that. Thank you very much, Colby. I don't think anybody from Barrel Age is here. We're just going to let her rip. And see, affirm. And see just kind of what happens. That's why I think I'm not sure that the Old Louisville is going to make it out of the paid patron tier, because I think it may not. But there's enough of the Westward, I'm pretty sure it will, and there's enough of the Old Commonwealth, I'm pretty sure it will. That's going to depend on how Old Barrel Age Whiskey Society responds. Sometimes they respond really, really hot and heavy, and sometimes they kind of don't. So we'll see. Hey, what about a rewards program like High Proof? Just a thought. I'm working on it. You guys, we're going to have a whiskey bonded barrel pick club. And I'm going to split up the Patreon costs and kind of try to, my thought right now is that if you're a $20 patron tier, that $10 will go to Patreon and $10 will be to the barrel club. But we're seeing. We're going to see. I got to do something because Patreon will not allow us to be a barrel picking group. So in 2026, it was my intention. Anyways, we're going to have a lot more features, a lot more content on Patreon, a lot more cool inside stuff, and some more activities. That's going to all stay on Patreon. We're going to spin off the barrel picks for patrons to a separate website and figure out. So you guys just stay tuned to that. I'm working on it. I have to build a whole website, and it's a whole freaking thing. But the last thing I need is to get a really great program going with a great group of patrons. We continue to grow. We got a ton of cool barrels in the pipeline, and Patreon shit cans us. So if you've seen the Patreon being purged, that is what is happening. But you guys are always welcome to reach out to me at whiskeybonnet@gmail.com. The new email address is going to be drops@whiskeybondo.com. I was thinking picks or drops. We're going to do drops. Drops@whiskeybondo.com. So you guys will be able to email there. Oh, look, now we're leaning towards two bottles at a time. Well, you guys will be happy this time. It will probably stick it to the 2 and 3 marks. So sometimes the 2 people will be happy and sometimes the 3 people will be happy. $200, your choice of 2 bottles with free shipping. So, Tim, the problem with that is, and I like the idea, don't get me wrong. Sometimes when I drop these bottles, the margins on them are so small that the free shipping would eat up any of the money that we made on the bottles. So literally, I make $18 and I give you $18 for shipping. Because you guys, if I give you free shipping or any discount on shipping, that is a direct me paying for it. It's not like it's a discount. I don't make any markup on shipping, personally. Our fulfillment partners do a little bit because they got a hell of a lot of costs, but I don't. So that's why I'm going to work on it, you guys. I'm going to work on it. If your retailers could hold individual orders until they hit 6 bottles before shipping, then this would allow you to have drops whenever. We can do that, but it becomes a logistic nightmare. The problem is, yeah. Anyway, do you guys like pre-order? BV's asking about the pre-order. Got to collect them all. Yeah, you guys, our Whiskey Bonnet bottle single barrels are like Pokemons. You do have to collect them all. You are obligated, or you will lose the special prize that I'm going to give out in 2029 to somebody that has bought every single single barrel pick. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll give you a hint. Vroom, vroom. No, I'm not giving away a car for somebody that buys all the picks. That would be cool, though. If we get big enough, I'll give away a car. What about a membership like Sealbox for free shipping? Kanish, boy, you guys leaned really hard to 2 bottles a pick or per drop. Wow. Okay, so we're still going 2 or 3. I like it. Some of you roll and you ballers are going 4 or more. I dig it. I dig it. So you guys, please, I want to, doesn't satisfy my need for instant gratification. You guys, we are going to do raffles, and I do have something in mind for the patrons for in December, probably in the first week-ish of December. We're going to drop a Christmas promotion for you guys where we're going to go back and drop some of my personal reserves of some of our single barrels that we've been holding back and some of my personal reserves from some of the single barrels that I was able to get the Barrel Age Whiskey Society to leave for me very generously. And Colby. So, as an example, we got a couple of bottles of the Detling, a couple of bottles of the Short Barrel, a couple of bottles of our Old Louisville Double Oaked, which is a badass bottle, and a couple of bottles of my rare character, my first rare character pick, really incredible bottle. So we've got some reserves. I'm gonna do a little something special that'll be raffle style for that little drop there for you guys. Just do a little special release, special reserve. Pre-order might be good for a rarity or something super special. I like what we are doing now. When it's on the site, it's available to ship. Agree with Caleb. A giveaway an electric Audi. I hear the dealers can't give them away. We gave them all away. There's none left. For all the KWS friends here, I think the Westward Hazmat is better than the Short Barrel. Colby, see now, Colby always says some crazy stuff. That is possible. Oh, where's my Short Barrel? This Short Barrel is actually a really delicious bottle of whiskey, Colby. But whether that grape note, I get grape soda on this. It's so funny. Yes, the infamous Kevin, the infamous Big Head rare character bottle. I don't have one here close by. Yes, that is in my special Conrad's reserves. Yeah, if you raffle, the raffle would generate more revenue to possibly enable more drops. I'm not gonna do. I probably won't. There may be something in the future, but I'm probably not going to do a pay to enter raffle. I'll just do if you're a patron, we'll put in the raffle, and then you'll be able to buy the bottle is probably what we're going to do. Because I think there are some legal issues with collecting raffle tickets and giving them away that I got to look into. And in California, I can't give it away. So even if you won the raffle, you'd still have to pay me $1. So What's special's dropping in 9 days for Chef Chris' 50th birthday? Chef Chris, what the dude? It's your 50th birthday in 9 days? Okay, wait, that's going on the calendar. Everybody put Chef Chris's birthday on your calendar real quick, please. Let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure I got it right. Your Chef Chris, your birthday's on Black Friday, bro. On the 28th. Oh my God. Let's see. I'm not even kidding. Please tell me that that's right, bro. Otherwise, you're going to get a birthday message from me on not your birthday. So, Chef Chris, your birthday is on February 28th. You brought it up, dude, so don't be shy now. Fucking crazy, I'm old. You're not the oldest person in the room. Party at your house, Chris. Let's go! Let's go! Jonathan said it's one of the darkest American oak picks they have ever bottled. Colby, well, this, look at this. You can't even see through this mother, so how's it much darker than that? Now we're going to yell at our ages. Everybody tag their age in the you see, look at the boys are going to make you feel younger, brother. Happy early birthday, Chris. You will get a message from me on your birthday. You did it now. So I'm sorry. It's just the way it's going to be. I might actually post something too, Chris. I might actually post something on Instagram. I would do it for everyone, but there's no way I'm keeping track of that. But when I get an opportunity, I like to call people out and embarrass them just a little bit. Short barrel bee's knees is great. Have you guys had, if you've had the old Commonwealth Kentucky Nectar, it is supposed to be honey finished of some kind, but I've heard it's one of the best honey finishes that you can get. And a weeded honey finish too. Pretty interesting. Okay, now we're good. Not the age that you act, William, the age that you are. If you're actually 8 years old, get out. You guys are funny. Oh wait, that's just how old I felt this morning when I got out of bed. Boy, I feel that. Not proof age. You guys, there's two questions for whiskey drinkers. What age are you and what proof are you? Because some days I'm a hazmat and other days I'm about 70, like a flavored whiskey. Not good. Mitch Christensen says the Kentucky Nectar is better than Short Barrel's Bee's Knees. Well, of course he said that. It's their damn pick, Nish. I'm not saying it's not, but he's not going to say it's not better. I wouldn't say it's not better. I don't trust Mitch. Look. There are some people in this group that don't trust barrel aged after the Old Dom release. It's so funny. I will tell you I like the Detling. I like the Detling. That note that struck me as I've revisited. It struck me as jalapeno is actually a coffee, like a cold brew coffee note that I actually developed quite nicely, and I actually really like it. Can we get free shipping on our birthday? Kind of like our free Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's. On your birthday, you can come by here and get a shot. Whose birthday is it? Tyler's birthday? Or did I miss it? I missed it. You guys are rolling so fast in the comments, I missed it. Do you have a bee's knees? Do a blind. I don't have a bee's knees. Oh, short barrel does be single barrels picks of bee's knees. You guys, this is the only short barrel that I have. You guys have to understand, there's a lot of stuff here in California we don't see. Short barrel is one, Detling is one, Andalusia. I've never seen that. I know they're here. Michael's going to crucify me for that one. Kentucky Nectar is good juice. They know what they're doing, but the bee's knees is fantastic as well. I'm kind of excited about the Kentucky Nectar. I may actually buy that one. You guys, for the first part of 2026, I'm going to be really selective about what I buy because I'm going to have to be. Free Malort shot on your birthday. I think that's fair. It's been two different people recently that I've introduced to Malort for the first time. If you're hanging out with me and you haven't had Malort, be prepared to have Malort. I'm just saying. Good night, Tim. Mr. Burson, thank you very much, sir, for coming by. You guys, am I clipping on my sound? I'm pegging that bitch on red quite a bit. Single barrel of Malort, prove your bravery to the cause. You know what the yield on a barrel of Malort would be? Way too much. In any case. Nasty stuff. Malort's not that bad. It's just like gas. I mean, if you can drink peated scotch, you can drink Malort. Well, listen. I think I'm gonna wrap it at that. Unless y'all have, what's up, Austin? Sorry, you're coming in late. Unless y'all have anything else that you guys want to talk about. Anything else you guys want to ask about the upcoming single barrel drops, or anything you want to talk about other barrels that we've got coming, or anything you want to talk about, or barrels that we should do? Because I got a lot of things I'd like to do, a lot of things on my wish list for 2026. Parker, going to be home in the holidays in Granite Bay area for the first time in a couple years. Any whiskey bar recommendations? Yes, absolutely. There are a few good ones. Go downtown to Locked Barrel Whiskey Bar. That's the best one. Downtown to see Jason. But if you go to Monk Cellar in Roseville or Daniello's, Monk Cellar's got a better selection. Daniello's got a cooler scene. Those are both really good spots to get whiskey. The Monk Cellar does single barrels and it's got a lot of really good stuff and some very reasonable pour prices on some unusual stuff. Yeah, ASW single barrel. You know what? I heard that ASW was pausing their single barrel program. Is that not right? The chicken cock pick is on its way. The chicken cock is, I'm pretty sure, is going to be in the next drop, Tom. It looks like it's going to be in the next drop. I okayed and got the confirmation from the retailer today that it's coming. So, you know, if they ship it today, that means we'll have it by February. That's what it feels like. What do you think of Booker's? I want to buy a bottle, but I don't know what batch to look for. Austin. So, I hear that the Booker's all this year are worth buying. I love Booker's. Booker's. I love it when I have the thing you guys ask about. This is actually 2024-03. This is the Master Distiller's batch. This is a pretty good one. Listen, if you are looking for Booker's around here, if you're going to do it while you get home, there are some choices. There are 3 batches on the shelves right now around here. But if you've never had a Booker's, just get a Booker's. Most of them are good. Sometimes they're exceptional. Sometimes they're okay. But most of them are worth buying and they're good. I just kind of stopped buying so many of them because I got so many of them in there. And it is a big, bold bottle of whiskey, and I do like it a lot. There you go. Lunatic Sand 2503 is pretty good, and that one's on the shelf right now. I actually have not had any of the Bookers this year. I just got a video coming up talking about bottles that I used to buy all the time, every year, all the time, and now I really didn't much in 2025, and that's actually one of them. Just because I think we did so much Bookers that I think people... I don't know how much everybody wants to hear about every Bookers release. Feels like the chickens are walking to the warehouse from Kentucky. That is what it feels like. This is Chris says, Austin, buy all of them. Look, I wouldn't be mad if I didn't have such a big whiskey collection. I wouldn't be mad at having a lot more Bookers. I do like them a lot. Yes, there's another backup on 2503 is good. Does Blue Note have a single barrel program? I think most of their stuff is small batch. Blue Note, I think, does have a single barrel program. That's one that's kind of on my radar. I like Blue Note stuff a lot and would love to do something out there with them, along with some of the other ones in the area. Get a KC9 single barrel cask, better than any recent Bookers. Good argument. Got KC's cast strength KC pick is interesting. I like the idea of a Knob Creek cask strength. I'm a little concerned because I think the yields on those are pretty big. You guys, I'm going to be a little shy on giant yield barrels for a little while. I mean, we're going to try and keep the yield on these things at 150, 170 max. It seems like we start getting into the 200s, and for whatever reason, it just gets a little harder to sell them all, and I just don't... I want to have enough for everybody, but just enough for everybody. If we nail it, there's going to be that one guy that was like, I didn't get one. I'm going to be like, if that's the only guy, then that's good. I want to be right there. Pigskin and sweet tea batch are too much. Yeah, sweet. The Kentucky tea is... I've heard good stuff about this year's. Haven't bought any in a while. Hey, Conrad, can the BBS get the next batch of Baumburger's PFG? So here's what happened with the Baumburgers. I can get Baumburgers Shanks pretty easily. They're in the shop right now. The PFG last year, it did come on my radar. It did come up as a bottle I could have put in the shop. I couldn't get the price something that I felt reasonable about. I do find more and more that you guys seem to be giving me the feedback that even at secondary, you want the bottles on the shop. I don't want to do a lot of that. We have a couple of bottles that are in the shop that are secondary. The Wild Turkey 12-year is technically secondary for what we sell it at. I've had Weller 12 at secondary. I've had E.H. Taylor small batch at a small, or a barrel proof at a small secondary. And then George T. Stagg was in there at a stupid ass secondary, but it's only because people have asked me repetitively that we want to buy them, we want to buy them, but I don't want to be a store that's got CYPB. I was able to get my hands on some CYPB, couldn't get the price down. I'm not going to put CYPB in the shop for $650. I'm just not going to do it. It just doesn't make sense. And when you see the big prices at the shop, you guys, I'm not making any money on that. I just put them in there because I was able to get them something that somebody said they wanted it at, but I'll make any more money on a $600 bottle of CYPB than we do on a bottle of Bardstown origin, because I'm not going to just mark those things up to some ridiculous thing. It just makes me crazy. So I'm going to try, Kanish. I'm going to try. If I can get Bomberger's PFG for anything close to retail, I'll get it. What about the little book series or the special bottles relatively new to bourbon? So, Austin, I would be careful about the little books if you're new, because they vary a ton. Unlike Booker's that seem to have kind of a similar feel to them, and they're $100-ish, the little books are like $150, and they can vary a lot. So you may like one and try it and not like the next one so much. I feel like Booker's is like, if you like Booker's, you're going to like Booker's. You're just going to like some a lot more than others. Yeah. I can't find the Wild Turkey 12-year anywhere. Cab, you can find it at bondabottleshop.com. I get it pretty regularly. I think we're out of it right this minute. But we will have it again. Anyone try the Sazerac Barrel Strength, the 125 proofer? Tap has. If Tap's still in here, he actually posted about it. That one we should get at some point. We do have the Sazerac 100, the Saz 100 proofer in the shop. Yeah. Well, see, so Aaron, hard to find. I'm from a price-controlled state. That's part of the reason why we opened bondabottleshop.com, to be able to try and solve some of those issues with availability and pricing. BBS at festivals and events in 2026. Distillery pop-up events. Kitsap, Cole, we're going to be doing more of that, but yeah, I do want to do, we're going to have a lot more time to do that stuff. If we can get things rolling, you guys, please consider becoming a patron if you're not a patron. Becoming a paid patron if you're a free patron. Couple of dollars. The Patreon and the shop is going to try and support us in 2026. If it grows to the point where we've got the funds coming in, you'll see me at a lot more stuff. So we'll see. Yes, but I can't give final judgment for a week. I'm sure it's going to be good, you guys. I'm sure that the Sazerac foolproof is going to be, the 125 is going to be good, because the 100 is good. The 90 is good, the 100 is good, the 125 is not going to be crappy. We'll just see how it goes as far as what pricing ends up being. I think that's going to become regularly available in a lot of places. Personally. How often do I stream? We've been pretty good about this, Austin. Every Wednesday, 6:30 Pacific time. We may change the night, but I'm going to give you a full heads up on that. But for the time being and for the past, it's been every Wednesday night for 6:30. Well, most Wednesday nights 6:30. Sometimes I'm busy. But we cut this bad boy down. Listen, under normal circumstances and going into the future, we're going to be a little more structured and a little more consistent on this thing. It's just, for the next few weeks still, it's going to be a little hard, but we're going to be getting a little bit more consistent and better about this. I'm sorry, Michael. I will work on the tiles. We will get more consistent with the tiles. I'm trying, but some things coming down the road. Caleb, for 4 cents a day, your donation can fill thirsty bellies across America. That's true. That is absolutely true. We need a celebrity sponsor to do commercials. Freedom isn't free. No, you guys, listen, I understand that everybody's budgets are different, but I appreciate anybody who does anything to try and support us, whether it be $5 or more. I appreciate the crap out of that. It means a lot, and it does matter. Because it does matter, because if we can get enough of a community together and everybody is just trying to help out a little tiny bit, it'll allow us to free up and do a lot more stuff and bring you guys a lot more content, bring you guys a lot more cool single barrels, bring you guys a lot more events and stuff. And that's kind of where I'm hoping to go. Yeah, Aaron, you guys, happy Thanksgiving. Let's see. So where the days fall here? Because the holiday. No. Ooh. Okay, we're going to leave this up in the air. There may or may not be a live next Wednesday night because it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I don't know what we got going on with the fam. Probably, but I will let you guys know. I will post if we're not going to have one. Look at that. Michael just posted a Jerry's badge. Lighter than usual for a Booker's. I like the ones that are a little bit lighter myself. Okay, you guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm losing my voice. I can feel it coming. Guys, please, if you're not a patron, become a patron, even a free patron. It should give you access to some of the stuff. The drops are this weekend, starting on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending upon what tier you are. You will get emails. If you want to know the timing, join Patreon or go over to Patreon. There's a post I put up as far as the timing of the emails, okay, when you're going to get them. We'll be on Discord. It will be on Discord on Wednesday. Steve, I don't think we're walking the dog tonight because I think it might be raining out there, but I'm going to take a break, let my voice rest real quick, and then I'll get back on with you guys. I plan on being drunk Wednesday through Sunday. Well, that's what you're supposed to do on Thanksgiving, especially if you had a lot of family in the house. So you guys, thank you guys for coming by. Hopefully that was informative about the single barrels. We'll see you guys probably next Wednesday, but if not the Wednesday after that. I appreciate you guys all coming by. I'm Conrad. Obviously, this is Whiskey Bonded. This is the Whiskey Wednesday, Whiskey Business Wednesday. It's Whiskey Business is what we call it, but it's Whiskey Business feels like the wrong name because we ain't doing a lot of business. It's mostly just clowning around and improvising. But thanks you guys for being here. Patrons, head over to the Discord. I appreciate you guys, and hit the thumbs up real quick. So look at Cam. Thanks for look. I'm not taking care of business. You guys hit the thumbs up. Tell somebody about this. Share it if you can. We want to try and get the suggestibility of this up a little bit, but I'll be happy if it's just you guys and me every Wednesday night. So thanks you guys for coming. We'll see you guys next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that. But if I don't talk to you, happy Thanksgiving. Got to hit two buttons. That was going to be cool, but I have to.